churches, schools, health centers, all are being used for military purposes in the Amhara region, not just by Fano, but the Ethiopian military is doing the same. An Ethiopian military camp has been dismantled by Fano fighters. The camp was located inside the premises of a church, an Orthodox church, reportedly. Video evidence has been shared by Fano sources. Details for you in this video. Secondly, TPF, Tigray Peace Force. I did a video on that last night. I explained what happened in Kannaba, Afar region. Pro-TPLF sources have shared a video. They say that more TPF members have defected and returned to Tigray. These TPLF-backed sources and Eritrean sources are claiming that TPF, Tigray Peace Force, is being deployed by Ethiopian federal government in the fight against Fano fighters. Any truth in these claims by Eritrean and TPLF-backed sources? Welcome to the channel. Thank you for watching. Firstly, I have a clip for you of TPF fighters, Tigray Peace Force fighters. They have returned to Tigray. Defections are continuing. Whenever youths from Tigray enter a far region and join TPF, TPF publish videos saying that we are growing, our group is growing, we are getting bigger. And when these TPF people defect and return to Tigray, TPLF-backed sources, they publish videos, interviews, and then these defectees in their interviews claim that they have returned to Tigray because the TPF people are being used as a proxy by the federal government of Ethiopia, that these TPF fighters are they will be deployed in the fight against Eritrea, and they are being deployed to fight in the Amhara region against Fano fighters. So we see these types of reports by the two sides. Since yesterday, we have been hearing claims that TPF are fighting in Wollo in support of Ethiopian military against Fano fighters. I think this propaganda started after it was revealed that Tigray fighters are supporting Fano fighters against the Ethiopian military in Wollo. And soon we could see a documentary published by the Ethiopian government showing captured Tigray fighters in Wollo. I could not confirm TPF's presence in Wollo in support of the Ethiopian military. I think propaganda is being launched. It's difficult to convince TPF to fight for Fano in Wollo. They're focused on TPLF, they're focused on Tigray military commanders. They want to remove them. They might be deployed to fight Eritrea, but it's going to be difficult, I think, to convince them to fight in Wollo in support of Ethiopian National Defense Force. Watch a clip showing TPF fighters who have defected, who have returned to Tigray. By the way, a few days ago, TPF detained some of its fighters. The fighters who were allegedly in contact with the Tigray People Liberation Front and Tigray military, and they were working to dismantle TPF. Shivat Bitio is one of them. Several others were detained. Their whereabouts are still unknown. Reportedly, they are in prisons in Afar region. Some are detained at military camps. Around 20 were detained, but their whereabouts still unknown. watch the clip showing TPF fighters who have returned to Tigray. After this clip, we'll have a look at uh, development about Fano's attack in Wareda, where Ethiopian military was using church as its headquarters.
Ajom.
Ethiopian government, Ethiopian military, they accuse Fano fighters. The Fano fighters are extremists. They use religious places for military purposes, that they use monasteries, churches as sanctuaries, that they violate the sanctity of the religious places. And yes, Fano fighters have been using churches. We have seen videos in the past too. But it's not just Fano. Ethiopian military is also using churches to uh, hide their units when they're in danger, or when they know that they can launch operations secretly from churches. They don't hesitate from using churches as their headquarters. A video has been released by Fano fighters. It was released yesterday, showing the dismantlement of an Ethiopian National Defense Force camp in North Wollo zone of the Amhara region. The camp was located in the premises of a church. By the way, it's not that only churches are being used for military purposes. In the Amhara region, government buildings are also being used. Schools are being used. I read a video a few hours ago. I reported about a drone strike on Ganate Mariam Secondary School in Lasta, Wareda. The school was being used by Fano fighters. 3 days ago, a drone strike was conducted on a health center in Sanka, North Wollo. Fano say they were not there, and local people, patients died. But what I have learned is that Fano fighters were there. They were being treated there reportedly. Maybe civilians died too. So both parties are violating the sanctity of civilian places. But this is what happens during such conflicts. So in Moja, we know Fano fighters showed their presence 4 to 5 days ago. Moja and Sanga were the two places from where Fano fighters published their pictures. They visually confirm their control of the two places. Moja is in North Wollo. And in Moja, Ethiopian National Defense Force was reportedly based at a church, an Orthodox church. Fano fighters took control of Moja, then they entered the church and they cleaned the church. Video which I'm going to show you shows ENDF uniforms and other ENDF uh, documents which are being now thrown out of the church premises. In the background, the church can also be seen. And according to locals, Ethiopian National Defense Force has been using this church for military purposes for some time. It's not that they just took refuge in the church. Locals say church was being used for military purposes, but people were Scared, they were not in a position to remove ENDF from the church. Fano fighters removed the military from the church in Moja. Watch the video. Thank you for watching.